sound. I'm really sorry for the sound quality on a lot of my videos. It's just that, well, the house is right next to a road and the windows where I practice are very small and thin. The only thing between me and the noise is this little metal sheeting in these windows. So I'm very sorry for that. Anyway, today I'm going to try and teach two things. Basically, how to get sort of endurance for high intensity fighting. So I mean like real fighting. So obviously when you go into a fight, if you're close to the other person, you might have to hit them 20 or 30 times, maybe 40 or 50 times, you know, you're blocking, you're kicking, all this kind of stuff. You're not doing it slowly like when you're practicing, you're not doing it, you know, fast and then you have a break. You can't have a break, you've got to win. So you need that sort of stamina, if that makes sense, yeah? Then the other thing to do is to, that I want to teach, sorry, is sort of how to deal with those high, how to train for those high intensity bouts in terms of positioning and keeping aware of the way that you're fighting, to make sure you're fighting intelligently. So first off, I'll show you fighting intelligently. So if we're in a real fight, you know, I'm going to be using punches, I'm going to be using kicks. Maybe I'll kick here, maybe I'll see that this arm's coming for me, and I can't really block, maybe, or maybe I've missed, maybe I've kicked here and I've missed, and this arm's coming for me. I have to think about blocking, I have to think about going forward, blocking maybe, or maybe blocking with this arm, or maybe even stepping back. Yeah? I have to think about these things. So, I have to imagine an invisible enemy, if you will, right? And I have to imagine that they come for an attack, and I block or I punch or whatever. I then have to imagine where the next move's going to be. So I'm imagining a series of events how a fight's going to be. So I go for this uppercut, for example, and I can practice uppercuts all day to get the technique perfect. But this guy doesn't move, he's not a real man, yeah? My opponent isn't just going to stand there and punch him 100 times. So I have to imagine I miss. And this is the position I'm in. He's got an arm there, my guard's not so great. So perhaps I need to think about how I'm going to incapacitate this arm and where I'm going to position myself. Now, where I'd like to be is forward, and I'd like to take his arm out. Now, I could go for this elbow, but there's not much force in that. This could kill as well. It's straight to the neck. You see that? This could kill. This isn't great for, you know, just a normal fight or a ring fight. So I have to account for that. So what I want to do in this situation, for example, is parry this or block this arm. I'll probably bring this arm straight down to kind of chop it. I can either go forward and come in there, go forward like this. It's hard to for him to punch me. He has to turn to punch me, really. So I want to block here, and maybe I either want to come forward, do a bit of this. So I block here with my right arm here, whilst hitting with my left arm, yeah? Or maybe I get to here, and I want to kick. I want to create that distance. I'm not so sure of my position, and kick. So this is me sequencing a bunch of imaginary events, imaginary positions, so that when I get into a real fight, my brain can already respond to all these weird positions. And what I'll often do is I'll think of just these two scenarios here. So I'll either go for this block, and boom, boom, boom. Whoa, get myself there, got to be careful. So here we are, this block, boom, I've missed my hook, I go for my block, boom, because I've got to block this coming in, boom, yeah? So it is, like that. So I'm making a combination, preparation for something, yeah? And then the next combination is boom, boom, boom. So I practice these two, one against each other, so that I become ready for this series of different attacks. And I've got two options now. I've got the option to make distance, I've got the option to break him. I can make more options than that, but basically this exercise is just so that you can understand where your opponent's going to be and how to react in multiple ways. because they don't come at the same angle, you know. A guy doesn't just stand there and do this forever generally. Some people do, you know, he'll punch here, he might go backwards, he might do a fake punch and kick, you know, he might go like that. You don't know, so you've got to be ready for it. You can't assume that they're just not going to move like this guy, because that's not realistic, is it? So that's the basic concept. I'll show you in a little more detail. I'll give you an example. So right here is kind of an alleyway. Yeah? Here there's actually a staircase, and sort of the front entrance to my house, if you will. I'll just change the positioning a little bit so you can see a bit better there. Now, if someone comes here with a gun to this front door, and they haven't seen me yet, I've seen they've got a gun, I've got two options, and I've got to think what my best option is. I can either run at them and try to tackle them, or I can wait for them to come here. Now if they come here, I may lose my alertness if they take the time. I might go up the stairs, and they might see me on the stairs and shoot me. So if they go up the stairs, rather than me going straight to the front door and attacking them, I have to go further to get them. They're aware of me now. If they come here, without being aware of me, and they come around the corner, I can take the gun away from them, boom, 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 dead. Yeah? So I have to think, in this position, how far away is this person? Can I run at them before they have a chance to shoot me and disarm them? Or is it better for me to wait? You know, maybe I could walk, I've got this will give me distance if nothing else does. Maybe there's a brick I can throw, you know, to sort of even my chances, right? That's what I'm thinking. For me, in this situation, I would probably, with the adrenaline, run straight for them, because they come in, at first they'd have to come through the door, so as soon as I heard the door going, if I knew there was an armed person outside, I just run. Because I wouldn't want to give them a chance to react. If they go up the stairs and find out I'm here, I'm dead. On the other hand, I can run out the house, I can climb out the back, maybe they won't see me and I'll survive. So, you know, that's an imaginary situation that has real world, you know, applications. So that's kind of getting yourself mentally ready for actions before they happen. So when it comes to a fight situation, you know the positions, you're thinking logically, you know the distance, the amount of force that can be given, where they are, where you are, what weapons they've got, what their state is, all this kind of thing. Just be ready for that, yeah? And sometimes, you know, they might mess with you, they might say, look, can we just stop? Please, look, I'm really sorry. And you're thinking, oh, okay, and boom, just hit you. No warning, they just hit you. Right? So you've got to think about all of this kind of stuff before it happens, so that when it happens, you're already ready. Okay, so that's how you get ready for when the situation is explosive, yeah? Because when it's explosive, if you don't have your reaction, you don't know what to do, you're just going to get hit, you know, you'll be in the wrong position. If you already know, if you're already physically trained to do it, when they come to hit you at all these different angles, you'll have some response. Usually some response is better than none. The next bit is stamina on this guy, right? Because obviously in a real fight, you're not just gonna boom, 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 boom. Yeah? You're not just gonna do a little bit of that slowly. You know, if I come to attack you, I'm not gonna come in slowly if I know you've not got any defense. Too fast for you. You're already on the floor if you're reacting at this kind of speed that I'm reacting with my man here. So what you have to be ready to do is to punch with a lot of force and taking up your stamina. So it'd be like, see that? A bunch of explosive combos, you know? Try and go as fast as you can, as hard as you can, for as long as you can. Sometimes it's good to, you know, try and do 3 minutes of those bursts. Sometimes it's good to do like a 20-second, 30-second burst. So this will be like a 20, 30-second burst. Sometimes I miss. See that? Sometimes I miss. Because in the real world, the guy fucking moves. Yeah? And then you can do slowed down versions of it. Boom, 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 boom. He's coming there for a punch. So I've got to come in to escape his punch. So you can do like a sort of mid-distance reaction. Knife, he's got a knife. I didn't notice. Shit, don't try and fucking get that stabbing. Yeah? And then the other thing to do is sort of the ones you do for a long time. This is just to train the stamina. So, I don't know how long it can last, probably only a minute or two doing this kind of thing. You do it as hard as you can, as fast as you can, as long as you can. Let's go. See that? I missed. I mean, fuck. Fuck, no, situation, I fucking missed. Fucking hell. I could have gone longer than that, but you get the idea. It wasn't perfect. 2 reasons it wasn't perfect. He doesn't fight back, so I can actually do whatever position I want. The other thing is, the way he falls and moves isn't the same as a normal human, but he's good because he trains you to hit a real human. So yeah, that's how you get ready for intense, real fights, burst experiences, as it were. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on another one, I guess. Bye.